Public Inquiry Criticizes UK's COVID-19 Preparedness and Response by Satori News. An in-depth public inquiry has laid bare the inadequacies of the British government's preparedness for the COVID-19 pandemic, attributing a flawed management structure and outdated planning for the country's struggling efforts in handling the crisis that led to over 230,000 fatalities, as reported by December 2023. The damning report, released Thursday and chaired by former Judge Heather Hallett, suggests that the foundations of the UK's pandemic response were weak due to a significant dependence on a 2011 strategy, which inadequately anticipated a health emergency of COVID-19's magnitude. This antiquated approach was focused singularly on an influenza pandemic and failed to adapt to the evolving crisis, not accounting for the wider social and economic damage such a pandemic could inflict. The former Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who commissioned the inquiry back in May 2021, has come under fire within the report. It is suggested that his leadership, marred by subsequent scandals, including lockdown-breaching parties that ultimately pressured him into resignation in July 2022, did not challenge the narrow advice he received. Moreover, the inquiry's first module circumspectly evaluated Britain's preparedness and found that civil contingency structures were deficient across UK government bodies and devolved administrations. This inadequacy was further compounded by a lack of diversification in leadership and groupthink that muddled the evaluation of expert advice. In a call for transformative change, Hallett's report put forth 10 recommendations aiming to align civil emergency preparation with the level of seriousness attributed to threats from hostile states. Hallett made it clear that such a health catastrophe should never result in such devastating human and financial loss again. The report voiced that experts, officials, and various secretaries of state for health who adhered to the obsolete 2011 strategy all share responsibility for the failure to spot and amend the strategic flaws that ultimately compromised the nation's response to the pandemic. Further fueling the inquiry's significance, Brenda Doherty from the campaign group COVID-19 Bereaved Families for Justice UK stressed the importance of learning from the missteps of the past to prevent future loss of life. Though this initial report refrains from dissecting the more contentious aspects of government decision-making during the crisis, future modules are expected to unravel the political intricacies of the government's response amid allegations of widespread mismanagement. Thank you for choosing Satori News.